Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast, where my mail days lately have been wood samples for the flooring of my house. That's Kai. I'm an interior decorator. Yeah, welcome back to the podcast. I have not bought a card this week. Kai, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good. You'll have to put those flooring samples in some game-used memorabilia.
Oh, yeah, dude, the one touches of these, wait for the repack. The extraordinary repack is coming, and I'm about to make bank off $24.99 per box. The floor, the floor is this, and the ceiling is nothing. So good luck. I'm already mad at myself. The episode just started.
How cold is it there?
It is fucking cold. It's like 35 out.
I was gonna say it's actually really cold here, so I figured it'd be really cold there.
All right, well, define what really cold is in Florida. I imagine
I think the low tonight's like 29.
Oh my, wait, no, it's actually cold.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's really strange. What is not strange, though, is our weekly talk about the NFL. Because, Kai, have you watched basketball this week?
I've watched a few Hawks games, but I just haven't really found anything to watch in the NBA.
Yeah, it's still one of those times where, I want the Nets to be bad, so I'm ignoring it. And the Giants are so bad, but somehow, some way, they are not the number one pick, according to Tankathon this week. You know what? The Jags, God hates the Jags. There's no other way to describe it. There's no reason T-Law should have played this week, at all. So,
I wonder if they take Travis Hunter first.
I think that would make sense. I
would probably take him or the other good receiver. But then the Raiders and Giants are essentially, if they both lose out and the strength of schedule is that tight, they're really not going to know who gets the shadur until the very end.
It's going to be one of those situations where if this is the top three, Jags either trade out or take Travis Hunter, Raiders take their pick of QB, and Giants take the other one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, whoever ends up behind the other one could trade ahead, like you said, and take whoever, and then the Jags could still get Hunter at 3, theoretically.
Yeah, which would actually make a lot of sense. And frankly, I hate that you've just said that. But it actually,
I mean, it would probably be I think the Giants have a better chance to win a game, honestly.
I don't know who's left, and I think they play the Eagles one more time, so it would be very Giants-like to beat the Eagles. When it doesn't matter for them, week 18 or whatever they would play, let's say.
Especially if they don't play their starters too, you have a better chance to win. Yeah,
it would be very New York Giants to win in a meaningless game and lose out on a QB or somehow, some way go from top 3 to 9 as a result.
Because, if you won that third game and everyone else keeps losing, theoretically you drop pretty far.
I don't like this game anymore. I want to go home. Speaking of home, I know we're kind of already starting off at a wild pace here. I'm a little sick, so I apologize if I sound a little bit differently. But in my backyard, Fanatics Fest is returning in 2025. We had known about this for a while. We had sources who worked at Fanatics who were great. Were is the keyword because they listen. You know what? Fanatics is a multi-billion-dollar industry. A company, I should say, my bad. And they have a lot of connections to major industries. I should go on. The fact that they have still not put out a public answer to Fanatics Collect involving their show or the potential of that show or any information. If you go to their Instagram, because I was looking at this earlier today, it still mentions the Orlando show on that Instagram. They basically have abandoned it. Is the Fanatics events? Yes. So this is the one that they were using for hyping up the show, whatever like that. There's still no post since October. There's no information about this. It's really strange how this has occurred and how any billion-dollar company thinks this is acceptable because it's not. All you've done is just lie to your consumer base. And I get it. Go for it.
Didn't they already, I don't know where it was, but didn't they say something about it not even happening in early 2025?
Kai, the fact that I know it's not happening, and the LA show that was supposed to be happening but never did and was canceled before it was announced officially, No one knows exactly. We all have pieces and threads of information, but they are not willing to be direct or honest with us. This is a billion-dollar company. People spent thousands of dollars to try and attend this. People lost thousands of dollars trying to attend the show. Webb, who was on our podcast, mentioned how he lost like $500 on a hotel. I have friends who reached out to me saying they spent $4,000 on an Airbnb, burned that money. Like, for me,
$4,000 on an Airbnb.
Call the buyer and his crew. He's a good guy, actually. I like him a lot. He's super he's very personable.
That just seems crazy. I don't know how big it was, but
sure. But like maybe they're going down for a week. Maybe they had like 4 or 5 guys with them. Maybe it was like a little more like a vacation as well.
probably.
Whatever. I'm not gonna judge. But like, and quick tangent, like he's one of those people like where I like his personality, and like if I'm gonna sell to a repacker in general, like people who like buy heavy, let me cash you out, bro. They're all the fucking same. I'm going to deal with the ones who are either fun or like have good personalities or like treat me with respect. I'd rather deal with them. And he's one of those people I actually really enjoy whenever I get a chance to talk to him. So like nothing but praise for Call the Buyer and his crew. Awesome person. Moving through now to shitting on Fanatics again. The fact that this is still like unsure of what we're doing, how this is going to happen. Very, very bad. It doesn't matter for me per se because Fanatics Fest is in New York City. I live in New Jersey. I'm going to take the bus in or the train. It doesn't impact my day. But how can someone now confidently spend thousands of dollars? Because New York City is extremely expensive to get a hotel in. And a flight, obviously. And then you're going to want to possibly be there for a couple days as a tourist. How can you confidently tell dealers to spend thousands of dollars for this show, but now don't worry about these two guys. This one's fine. This is different. Like their track record is like 1 in 4 of shows actually happening.
That's so true. I just said that's so true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, have they started putting stuff on sale for the New York one yet?
So I was looking at that actually. So this is the Fanatics Fest actual website. They have the dates here. They have the information. So the 2024 pre-sale starts December 5th with December 13th being the official opening for general on sale. I've never received any information as a dealer. I was a vendor with my name on it. I was given special access through our connection at Fanatics to sign up early because I was one of the handpicked dealers. And does it matter anymore? No, he got fired. Oops. I might as well spill the bean. What the fuck is going to happen? I don't work for them. With the amount of DMs I receive about Fanatics, you'd think I would. Hell, I just posted about them on Instagram today, talking about how their YouTube is ass and how they should hire someone like me with a decade of experience. It's pathetic. Like, they are just throwing money away. And if you're throwing money away, hey, guess what? You're running into more problems then. Like, what is happening? Why the weird lack of information here? Are they just like flying by the skin of their own ass? What's the saying? Flying by the skin of your own ass or something like that? Like,
I don't know, but it seems like it. I mean, just seems like a shit. I don't even think they know what they're doing or what's gonna happen, I guess.
I have to imagine that this is difficult. And I get that. This is something like a team takes on. This is something that, people who are knowledgeable about the industry would do, and you fired them. You fired EJ and you fired part of his team or a good amount of his team. Why? If you're going to keep going with this was the person that like really did well. I have no idea who's running the dealer relations at Fanatics. Does that position still exist? If it doesn't, why don't we know? And if we don't know, and you're going to tell dealers to spend thousands of dollars to have a table, how can you confidently turn to dealers and say, hey, last year this was $3,000 for 3 tables and some showcases. This year we're probably going to charge you more because inflation's crazy, dude. You wouldn't believe the supply chain for showcases is wild.
Well, it's just, I guess, how well it did. I don't know.
Yeah. So I assume it's going to be more money. $3,000 is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. That is the most expensive show to set up at. Hell, it's more expensive than the National. And I can show proof of that. I have a booth and it fucking has the amount paid on it. It is way more expensive. like, give us something to work with. Like, I don't think I'm asking for anything crazy here. I just want information. And I think we at a minimum deserve that, right?
Why would they do that?
Yeah, right. How dare I, as a patron of the show who spent thousands of dollars to attend, how dare I even ask for the basic information? I'm just the worst. I will say this though, the Fanatics website is pretty good. Fanatics Collect. Nope. This is a dead website now. And this is dead. This is a fully just abandoned project now. Fanatics Collect, Orlando and LA.
It's a really weird thing. It's never really happened before, I guess.
No, I mean, like, there's a lot of issues here, and we've talked about it before, and we've gotten less information since. I just don't. I'm going to go to Fanatics Fest no matter what, because I can sit on a bus or a train and go there with no worries. Like, I would love to be a vendor again if they promise me the information I want to see. But also, it might not matter. Like, the FOMO of it, which even I think Michael Rubin commented on, like a press article I was reading about it. I believe that's here. I think someone here mentions FOMO. It doesn't matter. This is just like a press release by them. Is insane. People were really upset they didn't attend the show. And I don't blame them. Like, Fanatics Fest last year for some people was better than the National. It was at least a step in the right direction for people who couldn't get a table at the National. And sure, they've made efforts to improve that, but guess what? The FOMO is still incredibly strong, even though they've canceled now 3 shows. Pittsburgh, LA, and obviously Orlando. So I don't know what's going to happen. And even in a world where they say, oh, we're going to do the Orlando show anyway. Kites, it's December 3rd. What does early 2025 mean?
I don't think it wouldn't be early 2025. There's no shot. Wouldn't make any sense.
So, like, what does that mean then? And then
I don't know.
If you run a show, let's say in April in Orlando, okay, I guess that's not early, but like whatever. And then you try and run another one in June. You really think your team of people that you already fired and cut the staff up can turn around and do 2 shows in that amount of time?
No,
yeah,
I don't think it happens.
It's not going to happen. And the fact that we just don't know above anything else is just the dumbest part. Like, a PR person is not that expensive. You can just tell us.
Putting a price on humans now.
I mean, dude, if you really want to, you can just go to ChatGPT. I could probably go to ChatGPT right now and write a press release about this if I really wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out what happens.
I hope we will.
We probably won't.
You probably won't. Other things about this show, which is interesting, it is the same weekend as Chantilly, which is ironic in a way. Fanatics did actually try to acquire that show. I don't know if that's public information or not. Listen, I don't work for anyone in the sports card world, so if I hear things, I'm just going to tell them as I see them when it's relevant. They tried to acquire the Chantilly show. Nothing ever came of it. Is that ironic that the weekend is the same? Maybe. Maybe not. I can't say. So.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Fanatics' whole movement is kind of slowed down a little bit. Had a lot of road bumps and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, like, they are trying to take over everything. They've acquired Topps. They're eventually taking over the licensing for all the NFL and the NBA, which is going to be a massive undertaking. They're trying to create their own shows with limited success. They bought an auction house. They own an online platform for buying and selling cards, rivaling or whatnot, or an eBay. Like, there's a lot of moving parts here. And I can understand how things get weirdly abandoned or put on the side. But this is one of the most client-facing things, and the client is us. We're the consumer who wants to spend thousands of dollars on your product or your show or your location or your app or whatever. And the show is a clusterfuck right now at the best case. I don't get the rationale. I don't get what's going to happen. I hope it goes off well. We all benefit from Fanatics being good in this industry. Remember that. We all theoretically want to buy, sell, and trade sports cards and memorabilia and whatever else, and jerseys and patches and autos and cool memorabilia and jerseys and whatever from your athletes. We want them to succeed, and they're really making it hard to defend it, and I'm not anymore.
Yeah, and it's tough too, because I think this is going to be a lot of people have been saying it's going to be a really good year for cards. I mean, you would want as many good shows as you can get. I know there's a lot of like shows to begin with, but Fanatics seems to do one of the better jobs, especially because they just started and it was already good tier, mid tier, top tier, I would say.
If Fanatics Fest had gone off without a hitch, or Fanatics Collect, I should say, the Orlando one, went off without a hitch, you could put it above Dallas. Because that's how good Fanatics Fest was. And that's not an exaggeration. It's not hyperbole. I've done all the major shows. I can tell you the energy in that room from Fanatics Fest, the 3 days it happened, the only thing that parallels it is the National. And once again, that's only because that's 5 days versus 3. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll be there. I can't imagine a reason why I would not be a vendor at that show unless they raise dealer tables to like $5,000. I can't imagine that happening because they would just price out. Listen, even at $3,000 at a booth, that's really expensive. Like, they can't raise it too much. If they really put it at 4, I might balk.
I mean, I'm sure the tough part is I'm sure that venue is like really expensive. Plus, people that have come there is really expensive. So I get it, but at the same time, it also sucks, and I wouldn't pay $4K for a booth.
No, I mean, like, when I think about what I pay for Dallas, I acquired 2 extra tables at that show, and I have 3 in my name. My cost for the show is about a third of that for 3 tables in Dallas with the showcases and the legacy rate and everything else. Would I rather go to Dallas 3 times or Fanatics Fest once for the same general cost of just the table? Yeah. Burbank's expensive, don't get me wrong. I think the last time I went there, it cost me about $800 to $1,000 for my table and showcases. That was 4 of them. Now, that's extremely expensive, don't get me wrong, but Burbank is a better show than Fanatics Fest. And the National, I paid a lot of money for showcases last year, and that worked out pretty well. Just crazy. Yeah. All right, moving through. This is a fun story. So, Ohtani's former interpreter, who obviously like robbed him, committed fraud, bet on games for Ohtani. Wait, maybe that one's not a asterisk, whatever. Apparently was buying baseball cards and about the sum of $325,000, which is bad. Obviously, Ohtani wants them back. Completely valid. What I thought was interesting when I was reading this article before we started recording was apparently the interpreter went out and bought a collection of rare and valuable pieces, including cards of Ohtani, Yogi Berra, and Juan Soto.
Invest.
So, I mean, listen, I have to imagine if he's buying those type of cards of Ohtani and Juan Soto, those are like Bowman Chrome first, like oranges or golds or something like that. I can't imagine what a Yogi Berra would be. I didn't even think about this until just now. I wonder if it was a public auction, could I figure out maybe what the Yogi Berra card was?
I mean, it could also have been like a ton of them.
Yeah, I imagine the card. If it was a very expensive Yogi Berra card, it had to be a rookie. Like, there's no way a modern Yogi Berra card is going for a stupid amount of money. But it would have to be, if you thought about this, January to March 2024. Okay, let's see if I can. How do you do this? I want to filter by. So we'll do December for argument's sake, and then this is 2023. Wait, I'm stupid. Well, that. They'll do March. Sorry, this is live. This is how my brain works. We'll go to April too. So you could have bought like the Memory Lane, Yogi Berra, PSA 9, this one.
There's 7,000 sales. So
Yeah, well, this is by highest price. So if he spent $325,000, it gives you a general idea of what he could have bought. I mean, if I'm looking at Juan Soto as well, I have to imagine there's way more. But hey,
it'd be impossible to figure out, but it would be hilarious if you could find his eBay account.
But that's assuming it was bought. This is assuming that he bought it online, and this is assuming that there's not there'd be a paper trail fine. But it is ironic because if you just look at it, like Soto, he could have bought the orange for 31 grand, the Twitter blue for 27, this orange for 27, and then it was Ohtani, which was probably the most expensive.
This one's gonna be tough, yeah.
Could he have bought the Babe Ruth Ohtani?
He could have. I mean,
wouldn't that be something?
I mean, yeah, I guess if we don't know who owns it, then it's always a possibility, yeah.
Maybe he was shilling up this.
There's no way that sold for 90 grand.
No shot. I don't think so. It couldn't. It probably didn't. Probably didn't. That is funny though. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. If you helped Ohtani's interpreter conspire to buy some sports trading cards, let me know. I'm curious. What did he buy? What was his taste? I will be judging.
Aren't the prices on some of these crazy considering what they would sell for right now?
Like
that orange is probably like double that.
It's hard to say. We'll do Ohtani. Let me adjust this a little bit. That I will obviously need to drop the timing. Let's go to May until the World Series. So we'll do that. The orange jersey number did $200,000. That did $200,000. Jersey number
4 times that one.
Just crazy. I mean, who am I to say? The gold then in September did 51. I mean, yeah, it's probably worth 75 to 85 grand at that moment in September. Wait, what? Oh my! Wait, what the fuck?
That's fake.
Oh. Okay.
Someone got.
I was gonna say that is not.
The craziest part is like, if I saw that pop up and I thought it was real, I would hit buy it now.
I mean, you might as well. What's the worst thing that could happen?
You lose 50 grand.
Well, I mean, I imagine it goes through the eBay authenticator.
Imagine it passes through authentication.
If it passes through authentication, you give it a PSA, and it says it's fake. I imagine you have a lawsuit.
Yeah, but like that's a lot of trouble.
Sure, but like once again, if you're someone who's spending $50,000 like that, you have more money than that. You hopefully have more money than that. You're poor as shit and you can't afford the card anyway. But I don't know. That's so crazy. Speaking of people with more money than actual sense, right before we started recording, there was a little bit of hobby bullshit going on. I will not name the names because they took down the story, but they were complaining. This is a high value individual. They were complaining about another high value individual fucking them over on a deal. They brought them in on it, and the person went behind their back and like was cutting a little bit of profit off the top or something like that. It is so funny to me watching people fight like this because both people who are mentioned have a very long track record of being what's a good word for this, Kai? Undesirable to deal with in
People
negotiating,
no one likes.
who no one really likes, people who have either superiority complexes or think they're better than you, or just like have a bad rap to them. There's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't want to deal with someone like that. Outside of the fact that, hey, I'm not saying they're going to scam you and they're going to rob you, but just like, hey, they give off a bad vibe, or hey, they do something like it's not very cash money. And it's so interesting watching people like that get exposed, quote unquote, because no one actually cares at the end of the day. 99.99% of people will be like, oh, that's bad, but you have money, you say. Let me DM you, good sir or madam. It's like that is the one thing that I've really enjoyed as I've taken a little bit of a step back from cards, which I will continue to do probably through the rest of the year. Just gonna be one of those things. I will have to start buying for Dallas pretty aggressively once I can close on this house and I know how much money I have available for sports cards. If not, I guess I will have to sell my table in Dallas, and that would be kind of annoying, but I'll figure it out when I get there. I've enjoyed the fact that if you don't care, if you don't support their shows, their whatnot streams, their eBay auctions, their story sales, whatever else, you win. You don't. Their importance in your life is zero. That's just the best way to kind of look at things. If you don't care for someone or something, you don't have to support them. You don't have to block them and make a hissy fit like high school drama bullshit. You can just like hit the unfollow and move on. Like it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's not really. I don't know. I just care so much less about this stuff these days.
It's do you care less because you love this industry less, or do you care less because you've realized the hypocrisy of all of it?
Probably the second option, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, like that is the one thing that I think 9 years in sports cards, especially 9 years on Instagram too, give or take, have really kind of, maybe not 9 years, 7, 8 years on Instagram. That's the one thing that kind of like really opened my eyes to everything, was like, once you kind of see it for what it is, it's very freeing. You feel bad about it because you can't turn that part of your brain off anymore. I will probably always have some sports cards either being bought, sold, or traded throughout my life. My opinion on the industry will probably change as I get a little bit older as well, but I will do this forever. I cannot imagine 98% of people who are buying heavy, let me cash you out, bro, where the kabooms and downtowns at will be. I think the second they're able to figure out which NFT they can grift, or the crypto meme coin they can skyrocket to the moon, baby, or find a way to, sell vapes to kids, they're gonna move on to that project and leave sports cards behind.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, it's just how it goes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se, but it's very funny to call it out because no one is willing to. I think there's a problem that people have where they're afraid to say the truth, either because they're afraid that they're going to upset Daddy Moneybag or whoever like is buying from them or whatever else. But if you're selling cards at a decent percentage, people will DM you anyway. It doesn't matter. That's the trick. Or you go to eBay. Oh my God. Hey, the last comp is $100. Hey, where was that comp set? Oh, it's fucking on eBay probably. Oh my God. What a world.
Yeah, I think if you just act like a normal person, there usually aren't issues. If you're fair, like this is a recurring thing, I feel like.
I mean, the one thing that I would always say to someone is just be a human being. I call people NPCs because they act like a robot. if you can sit down and have a conversation, we might not agree on everything, but if you can have a conversation, what did I say before, Kai? I want to deal with that person more. There's 8,001. Let me cash you out, bro. Buying heavy repackers who I genuinely cannot tell the difference between. I was on Facebook before this episode, and I was seeing someone offer $800 on a $1,200 card or best offer, and I'm like, I wish that person had that confidence with girls. Like, use that confidence of just like being rejected on something more meaningful than a picture of a trading card that you think you make a couple bucks on. You'll be better off. But I literally cannot tell the difference between that person and maybe 10 others who say the same shit. Just like, you'll do better either in business or in life. I don't think they get it.
Nope. I mean, you see it at every show you go to.
Are you doing the next Dallas show?
I'm not sure. I need to plan out my calendar for the next like 3 months.
Okay.
I need to pick between that and Atlanta, basically.
No, so you're gonna do Atlanta then, because you were like, it's
well,
closer.
I mean, I'd rather go to Dallas, but
yeah,
whatever's I don't know. Easier is not the right word. Whatever one I'd rather do, I'm gonna go to. Probably, we'll see.
I mean, here's what I can say for that, and this is me being as impartial as I can be. I've said multiple times I will not go back to Atlanta. Whatever. The Atlanta show, to its credit, is the best show for whatever reason for dumping baseball, and I don't know why per se. Maybe it's just at the right time of the offseason where like, people are starting to get excited and like spring training hasn't happened yet. So like your 17-year-old Dominican prospect has not gotten hurt yet, or like hit 100 in spring training, got sent down. Like maybe it's just the right timing for that to be the main move. Maybe Dallas just a week too early, but that's going back years of the trend being baseball sells in Atlanta. So if you have a lot of Bowman Chrome stuff that kind of you're going to dump, go to Atlanta. If you have basketball or football, dude, Dallas is just unmatched. And you're going to have the fact that it is the first major show of the year as well. And on that front wall, it's going to actually be Zion, North Shore. He got a table for me this show, and myself. So that'll be fun. And possibly you.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly love to do both. I just don't know if I want to yet.
I'm not doing. I mean, even in a world where I'm not moving, I wouldn't do both. I mean,
yeah, no. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't do both, but I might. We'll have to see. I'm probably definitely going to do one of them.
Do you think you even would want to do a show back to back? Not even if you could. Yeah, exactly. Not saying if you even could. Would you want to?
No, I wouldn't want to, but I might. I might want to in a couple of days. Who knows?
I have done back to back weekends for shows.
Yeah, that's just insane. I will never do that.
In 2022, right before I moved into this apartment, I did Atlanta with you guys because that was the time we went to the Hawks suite with everyone, which was a lot of fun. Then Dallas, and then Chicago, and then that Monday I moved into this apartment, which was a brutal couple of weeks.
You did what, 3 and 4 weeks this year?
No, it was 3. It was 3 in 3 weeks.
No, this year though.
Oh, I don't. 2024 is pretty busy because the summer was. Got back from my honeymoon, went to Dallas, went to Burbank, went to Fanatics Fest, which Fanatics Fest I don't really count because I guess it's local for me because I slept in my own bed. That would be the qualifier. And then Burbank, I stayed out there for a week. And then there was another show. I think I went back to Dallas after that, too. It was a really busy summer.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact. I would have to check my calendar. I guess I could quickly see. There was a lot going on.
Wasn't there around Fanatics where it was like 3 shows in like a month or something?
So let's see. This is not super. Oh, the National. That's why. So I got back, and then it was the National, Fanatics Fest, Burbank, and then a local show. What is this? And then a local show. Yeah, I was busy this summer. My God. I don't remember everything. It's really bad.
This year's gonna be busy too. I feel like.
I'm a little jealous. I think you're gonna have to pick up the reins a little bit, at least in terms of like the show scene. I'm serious. Like the first third of the year, I'm busy. Like my starting point for 2025, truthfully, Kai, is May Dallas. I will be at every Dallas show, assuming I can make it work with moving and like other things. But like my money's
Moving's not
not.
gonna take 5 months.
No, it's not. But like, dude, we're redoing the kitchen before we move in. There's like some plumbing that needs to be fixed. We need to get an electrician in there.
Yeah, but
There's
you're not doing any of it.
Sure, but guess what? I'm doing, Kai. I'm spending money on it.
That's fair.
So like, I'm not focusing on cards. I can't spend card money right now on anything until I close because I don't know how much I have to play with. And like, that basically means that Dallas is going to be a punt. I might sell my table in January. I'm already skipping Burbank in February. That's fine. I would have attended Fanatics Collect in Orlando if it worked out, but obviously that show got canceled. And then I'm not doing Fanatics Collect LA because that got canceled too. So then it's just Dallas again in March, which I may have to miss anyway because that might be like when we're physically moving stuff. And then May. And then at least at that point, from May until September, it's multiple Dallas shows, Fanatics Fest, the National, Burbank. Like, I can make up a lot of ground from May 1st through September 1st if I can do this properly.
Yeah, I mean, the National alone, if you're ready for it, will be enough to cover a lot of it, I feel like.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I with the booth now secured, you're setting up with me and Mikey's setting up with me, and that alone will make it worth it. So I don't know. I'm already thinking about those moves for the National, and it's December 3rd because frankly, that's where I have to be at right now. So any moves I make for cards today, I have to have the idea of this can sell at any point from May on, which I know what the answer is, and so do you. It's quarterbacks who may be severely concussed right now or playing slightly better than usual. Shout out Bryce Young, who I don't like, but whatever. Or quarterback who I think can move to a new team. Shout out Justin Fields. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Has Bryce Young's prices gone up at all? Like, actually?
Yeah.
Really?
Not like a crazy amount, but definitely going up.
Wow.
I bought a Will Levis card the other day.
You're a fucking asshole.
You'll never believe what I bought though. It was it's from Composite. Wait, is Motif a separate product?
What is Motif?
It's Tops.
Okay.
Look up. You'll find the card. I don't even care. Just type in Motif Will Levis.
This?
No, with a F. Motif.
Oh, oops.
And then hit sold.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks like Inception.
It actually does kind of look like Inception. That's kind of cool too. That's $200. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Click sold and you'll see what I bought. And I really don't think it was bad. Go down.
41, $70, $230.
That card.
Oh, wait, you bought this from Brandon?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you bought it from Brandon. Wow.
Like if that was like NT insert tag patch auto, that'd be like $2,000.
It's almost to the point now where I don't like to play on Will Levis, obviously. Like, I don't think he's that good, but it's $250 after tax, I assume, rough, maybe $260.
Yeah, like $250, I think.
How much lower can it go? $150?
And he's honestly not been like terrible either. He's been pretty decent.
No. Like, he's not going to have an NTRPA. He won't have a Prism auto. What's the floor? 150? You lose $100?
Yeah, it's like I didn't think it was a bad buy.
Yeah, like I once again, I don't think he's good. But if you're buying these on the absolute low, yeah, I think it's smart. I mean, I've been saving T-Law auctions in my phone just in case. I'm gonna have to expand into like Justin Fields, Will Levis as well, Bryce Young. Like, yeah, it sucks this is unlicensed, but once again, how much does a box of Topps Motif even go for?
Probably like $200. I don't know.
Kai, let's find out real quick. Box. Oops, that works. No display. Wait, what? This is an expensive box?
Mm-mm.
$900?
Oh wow.
Kai, you could have had the Will Levis spot in 4 cases, or you could have hit probably one of the best cards of him in the product. Actually, no, 3 times. I'm sorry. Wait.
That's funny.
3
It's a
cases,
3-box case.
Yeah, I misread it.
So yeah, it must be like a high-end product.
That's so sad. And you bought it for a quarter of the box price. Like, what do people think is gonna happen? Like,
Surprised
okay,
you like saw this.
I've seen this product. I didn't realize, Kai, it was a separate thing from composite, because I just assumed like composite football was a composite of multiple things. So that's my fault. But there's the product hit right there, being $5,700.
What if Stroud's probably the product hit? But
thank you, my bad. Second product hit, third product hit, whatever. That is just sad. What, like under $2,000 for that? 18. I mean, even Stroud's prices are down. I mean, this is September, but what let's see what Stroud prices are going for. And for reference, I like to use silver PSA 10s if possible, because there's a lot of them, and frankly,
he's down really bad.
I know.
I
know that.
I would guess like literally half.
Okay, silver prism 10s are at $416. Oh dear God! You could have bought them for $2,000 this year. Holy fuck!
I think they're about 800 or 900 going into the season.
50% down. Neutral in a month.
I've been buying 9s for the last month.
50% down in 3 months. What do you think is gonna happen? Like, who's in? I mean, we'll do this real quick. I know you have to go shortly, but I just have to see what T-Law's at. Oh my God, $50 for a silver 9? Wow. He's also down 50%.
Those were like $3,000 last year.
Kai, they peaked at 4. And that was $3,000 in April. You're a stupid asshole if you bought these. Congratulations, you like losing money. Hooray! Wow, they were $1,000 in the National, and now they're $500.
I actually would buy some of those at like $500 if I found
I'm
them.
going to. I don't think T-Law is good, but the Jags put a lot of money into him. Therefore, someone's going to buy them. Maybe it'll be Sasha Khan.
His were like impossible to grade too, so there's very few 10s.
The pop is 132, which is a good amount. Not a small.
100 silver 10s is like, look at Stroud's.
I will quickly look at Stroud's.
Stroud's is probably like 5,000.
No. Oh my God, there's 2,000. That can't be right.
He has 20 times more.
That can't be right.
No, it is. Trevor Lawrence's year is like, his cards are very hard to grade for whatever reason.
I'm just curious of Burrow real quick. Burrow, you have so many goddamn rookies.
He passed it. All right. Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. There's 280 of Burrow, PSA 10. Those are still down 20% in 2 years. Jesus. 6 months, 35%. Hey guys, Guess what you do? You sell before the season. Burrow is playing amazing. The Bengals are not. Therefore, bad investment. How dare you? Who else is 2019 draft class? That's good. No one. Shit. Oh God.
I didn't know it was in 2019.
Trey Lance, Mac
It was
Jones.
2021, wasn't it?
Oh shit. Hang on. I don't know anymore. It all kind of blends together.
Oh, Kyler.
Oh God. Wait. No, this can't be. This is the wrong draft class.
Yeah, Kyler, Daniel Jones. You should know.
I hate it here.
2021 is the one you're looking for.
I might just. I on crack.
You're looking for T-Laws here, right?
I am. I'm just. Oh, Zach Wilson. Yeah.
Fields.
Oh, I was right. I wasn't even the right quarterbacks. I was just in the wrong.
You were just the wrong year, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson. Who else am I blanking on? Oh, Kyle Trask, I think, is in this draft class.
He was, I think.
Justin Fields, Mac Jones, lol. Yeah, there's Trask. Every day's an adventure when you're stupid. Yeah, not a ton of information here. All right. Kai, I know you have a time thing, so you have to go. But anything else you want to touch on quickly, or?
No, I mean, not next week, but the one after that's Prism Week.
That'd be awesome.
And then Christmas, yeah.
Are you gonna join any breaks for Prism or no?
No, I'm just gonna buy a shit ton of singles. I know a lot of people are putting out like bounties already for.
Buying heavy, bro. Let's go.
Jesus Christ. All right.
And on that note, good night.
See ya.